Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I've been MIA for a while. I have some stuff going on, so I wasn't able to record or play too much. I play here and there, but not enough for me to make videos about it. But I finally have time, so I'm gonna finally make a video for the tactical class that I've been trying to do. I only have two classes left, the tactical and assault. Once I get those two classes done, then I'm gonna show you guys some more gameplay video, probably in my channel. So today we're talking about tactical. He is, I love the fact that the dev made tactical class just like the one in the tabletop game, okay? They make him so versatile that you can make him however you want to play as, weapon-wise and perks-wise, okay? Overall, he's still a range class, not a melee class per se, but is he bad at melee? No. Chainsaw in the game is one of the best melee weapon in the game. But I'm not going to say that this is the best build, but this is a build. Because you're so versatile, you can have any weapon you want. So first, let's go over the weapon. You have the auto bolt rifle, heavy bolt rifle, stalker bolt rifle, bolt carbine, plasma incinerator, and melter rifle, of course. Now, not all of them are decent, okay? Is there one better than the other? Probably. I do personally like the melter rifle more, but is the other ones bad? No. Ever since they buffed the bolt classes, the bolt family, the bolt rifle isn't so bad either. And they also buffed the plasma too. So I'm really enjoying the plasma right now. That's what I've been using. Since I already get my heavy bolt rifle maxed out, I'm working on getting my plasma incinerator maxed out before I move on to the other class, since I already have my melter rifle maxed out. So, if rather the weapon is good or not, it depends on your playstyle. Okay, you like to stay at range, you want to be up close and personal, that's completely up to you. So first of all, let's talk about his skill, class skill. Auspex scan. Reviews the enemy in the selected area and makes them more vulnerable. So you put down a bubble, you can target it, you put it down on the ground, and any enemy within that circle will take more damage. Now, we did some adjustment to the skill, so it's not going to be the same as what you are seeing right now. Okay, so we're going to go into the class perk first. That will be the first step. So first thing first, we're going to look into my first skill. Now, there is, I'm not gonna lie, all three of them are decent. But personally, I feel like the first two would be the go-to. Okay, so I'll go for one at a time. The first one is balanced distribution. Your primary weapon deals 10% more damage, but your secondary weapon deals 10% less damage. Okay, your tactical, you buff your primary weapon. Rather, whichever weapon you use, it doesn't matter. This is gonna buff all of them. It's across the board. So that's where the versatile come from, okay? Next one is a plasma boost. When the plasma incinerator is 50% overheated, its damage increased by 30%. As the name suggested, you have to use the plasma incinerator for this perk to be useful. Other than that, this perk is not useful at all. Last one is your bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy. Now, is that good? That's based on you. You want it to be your mob killer, that works too. Now personally, even without it, I'm killing all these homogons and these humans and everything, cultists, with no problem. So I don't see the point of doing this, okay? So I prefer to go with the balanced distribution to get an extra 10% more damage on your primary weapon. Now, the second column we're going to go over is versatility. Remember, tactical class is very versatile. So versatility says, after switching weapons, your secondary weapon does 20% more damage. The effect lasts until reloading or switch back to your primary weapon. Now, remember, your first skill takes your secondary weapon down by 10%. This one buff it by 20%. So you have a net 10% on your secondary weapon and a net 10% on your primary weapon. It says the effect lasts until reloading or switching back. So you just shoot all your rounds on your secondary weapon, reload, Switch back to your primary, switch back to your secondary. Especially if you're on controller, it's just 2 tap buttons. On keyboard and mouse, 1 2 1 2. It's quick. You can keep that extra 10% damage going with your secondary weapon infinitely. You just got to do a little extra step, which doesn't take any longer than 1 2. Done. It takes like half a second. So I love this perks more than the other ones because it just helps with the extra damage. Especially you run out of ammo so quick with tactical since you're mainly focusing on your range weapon. So I prefer the versatility perks. Last one on the core set is the Emperor's Vengeance. This is really good. I can't find another perks that's better than this one. Killing a Majora's level or higher enemy, restore your primary weapons ammo by 1 magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity and cooldown is 30 seconds. This is amazing. Okay, my heavy bolt rifle has a 59 rounds magazine. So when I use this to kill a Majora's level or higher enemy, so that's your Tyranid Warrior, your Thousands and Space Marine, those guys that you see all the time, you get a whole magazine back. Okay, a lot of the other classes have requirement. You have to be 30% health or lower. You gotta kill 10 enemies in 10 seconds or 30 enemies in 10 seconds. There's so much requirement. This one just said, hey, you kill a Tyranid Warrior? Bam, here's a magazine. Completely free. And the cooldown is 30 seconds. So, you can just keep killing. Just don't stop. You just keep going. So, I love this class perks. And again, this perks works with every weapon in the tactical class. Alright. So, the next one for team. Okay, we kind of established a little bit that it's for range. So, I went with aligned aim. Range damage increased by 5% for all squad members. Pretty straightforward, straight buff, extra 5%. Now, next comes the most important part in the tactical skill tree. Okay, now, I will have to talk about all 3 of them at the same time, so I'm going to read all 3 of the skills and then we'll go from there. First one is priority targeting. The mark from auspex scans lasts 8 seconds longer. The base is 8 seconds, so now it lasts 16 seconds longer. But auspex scans ignore Minotaurus level enemies, so that's your Homogons and Cultists and the Singor. Next is precise calibration. Enemies marked by auspex scans take an additional 75% damage, but auspex scans radius is reduced by 25%. Okay, next. Enemies marked by auspex scans take an additional 100% damage, but the mark's duration is reduced by 4 seconds. Now let's talk about it. Okay, so first of all, your base is 8 seconds, and your auspex scan lasts an extra 8 seconds, so that's 16 seconds. Minus 4, your auspex scan is now at 12 seconds. Okay, you don't get to scan Minotaurus enemies, but that's fine. You should be able to one-shotting Homogons anyways. Who cares about those guys? It's the Tyranid Warriors, Thousand Sun, the Extremists, Terminator, and Neurofoe, Zonefro, and all that. Those are the guys you're worrying about. Okay? And the last one is, they also marked by auspex scans take an additional 75 damage. The radius reduced by 25%, doesn't matter. Okay? That's, I would take that con, and I'll take the extra 75% damage. Now, your auspex scans, to summarize it, last for 12 seconds, and the enemy marked by the auspex scans take an additional 175% more damage. Okay? You are literally one-shotting them with your bolt rifle. Okay? You can swing your chainsaw twice, and you can kill them quicker. Okay? Than melter rifle. If you have the melter rifle and you did this, you probably one-shot them easily. Okay? This is the best, especially when you're in Ruthless or Legendary difficulty. There's 10 of the Tyranid Warriors. Put an auspex scan down, throw a grenade, boom. All of them is within execute range immediately. Okay? They're taking an extra 175% more damage. It's ridiculous. Okay? These are the 3 best perk I found for tactical. Not that the other one is not good, just these 3 combo is the best to take down so many enemies. Even your Carnifex, Hive Tyrant, all of your, even the Helldrake in the Dowsinson Chaos mission. Anything you want to fight against, put that down, put that on their face. You can aim it, take your time, don't miss. Boom. Unload your heavy bolt rifle and let them die. They will die really quick. Okay. The last one, now, the signature one. The only reason I picked this one is because the other one is kind of like meh. I don't really care. All right. So this last one I picked was marked for death. A headshot will instantly kill a Majora's or Extremist level enemy marked by auspex scan. So, as you see in the gameplay, you will see it. I put it down. I kill one with 1 bullet. It doesn't matter what gun you use. You know, as long as it's a headshot. You want to pick out your pistol and put a round in the Tyranid warrior head? Go ahead. You kill one and unload the other 58 rounds of your heavy bolt rifle into the other guys. Okay? You can stay at a distance, you don't have to be up close and personal. You can kill a group of Tyranid warrior by yourself without any help from your group. Okay, this is amazing. I love this skill. The cooldown is 120 seconds, but that's fine. That's 1 Tyranid warrior down. You guys know how spongy they are, and your bullets like shooting them with marshmallow. And when this happens, boom, 1 shot, done. Move on to the next target. Okay. The other 2, it's okay. Radiating impact, a melee finisher, additionally deals significant area of effect damage. Cooldown is 90 seconds. It's okay. Alright, next one is enemies marked by auspex scans cannot call for reinforcement. Well, if you one-shot them in the head, they can't call for reinforcement without a head anyway, so why does it matter, right? So, that's why I think that this skill is one of the best ones. Just instantly killed. That's including Extremist level. Remember that. That's not just Tyranid warrior. Okay? You use it on a Terminator, bam, 1 shot, headshot, done. Zone throw, done. Okay? Anything that's Extremist level, 1 shot, done. This is so great. Alright, next we're gonna go into the heavy bolt rifle class. With my bolt pistol and my chainsaw, I have the guide. It's the same build I have for the last few videos. So I'm not going to go over them too much because it's the same thing that I've been using. I haven't really changed the perks yet. I don't feel the need to. I'll go over them quickly, but not going to go in depth. But this is what I did with my heavy bolt rifle. So now, there's 4 variants. So the first one, if I'm correct, is accuracy that I'm using, the alpha. Beta is more damage below accuracy. The other alpha is a faster reload speed and magazine capacity, and the other one is lower reload speed but still have high magazine capacity and slightly higher accuracy than the alpha version of Liberation. Now, I like to be sniping, be range. That's just my play style. I like to be staying at range, boom boom boom, put round down range. That's me. Okay, so I chose to go with the accuracy path. Okay, so I chose the alpha. If you guys have a different playstyle, you guys like to be up close and personal, maybe you guys want a higher damage one, maybe you guys want a more magazine one, that's completely up to you. Okay, but here's what the perks I chose. I went bottom first, and here's what I have. The first one is extended magazine. Magazine size increased by 15% of the maximum. Remember, my gun, my heavy bolt rifle, total had 59 rounds. So this is just the first perk that increased the magazine size. Next one I have is, when your health drops below 30%, your ammo reserve is restored by a full magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. Here's the thing. It's very rare for me to drop below 30%. And if it does, this one will help. So that's kind of nice, I guess, but it's not necessary. But unfortunately, with this skill tree, you cannot skip it. If I have a choice, I would have skipped this one, but I can't, so that sucks. Next one is maximum spread decreased by 10%. More accuracy. Next one, after using a class ability, maximum spread decreased by 25%. More accuracy. The whole point is you put down the auspex scan and you just sniping them left and right, doing headshot damage. Zoom in if you have to, just boom, boom, boom. It will take maybe 10 shots to make a Tyranid warrior that's within your auspex scan to get into execute range. It's not hard, so you want the accuracy. Unless you want to be up close and personal, then you can go to the other skill trees. But like I said, at range, boom, 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 done. Next, damage increased by 10% against Terminus level enemies. I don't have a choice. It's not bad. I don't have a choice. I like it. You already do a lot of damage to Terminus enemies with your auspex skin, so this is not necessary. Now, I did split off here a little bit, okay? So I went up a little bit first. Killing an enemy restore armor by 0.5 seconds earlier. Okay, that's just to help me with fast regeneration. But the main thing I want from this side is this one. Headshot deals 10% more damage. That's 175 damage from extra damage from the auspex scans plus an extra 10%. Okay, that is amazing. And if you're going against Terminus level, that's an extra 10% on top of that. You're doing 195% more damage with your heavy bolt rifle. So I'm down for that. Okay, I'm okay with that. I wanted the headshot. Since you're so accurate with the gun, you want to aim for headshot. Okay. Next is ammo reserve for this weapon increased by 20%. You want more ammo. You use a lot of ammo. Pretty straightforward. Next, shot will penetrate enemy block stands, dealing 25% of the usual damage. When the Tyranid warrior put the two sword up and they're blocking, you can still do damage. It's not necessary, but it helps, especially you're mainly focusing on range. Okay, if you're using plasma incinerator or melter rifle, of course you won't have this skill tree. You wouldn't need that type of thing. Last one is after killing 10 enemies in rapid succession, you deal 25% more damage for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 30 seconds. It's not bad. You threw a grenade, it's easy. You threw a grenade, kill 10 of them. Boom. Now you do 25% more damage. It's not bad. That's why I keep my frag grenade sometimes, so that I see a giant group, throw it, and then put my heavy bolt rifle at the head of a Tyranid warrior, and just boom, 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 boom. So you just do more damage. Even if your auspex scan is not up, you can still make it work. Last one is the magazine size increased by 15% of the maximum. That's how you get the magazine capacity from 45 rounds to 59 rounds. So that's why I did it. That's why I didn't go all the way, because this one is equip the weapon's maximum spread decreased by 25% when firing without aiming. I don't know why they don't just say that maximum spread decrease when you're shooting with hip fire or something like that. But anyways, they like to complicate things. You're not really hip firing. And if you're hip firing, the enemy is more than likely in front of you. Okay? So what, do you really need to have accuracy when the enemy is right in front of your face? Not really. Last one is, this is the things I never like about these perks, is damage against Tyranid enemies increased by 10%. Well, what if I'm fighting Thousand Sun? Now this perk is completely useless. So I never like these perks. I really hope that they change it. I'm not going to change my perks every game. It's just not going to happen. Okay, I don't know what match I'm going to go into. If I plan it out, that's fine. Then I have to go in there and change it, and then I have to... I don't like that. I want a build that's more, hey, I could jump in a game, get off work, jump in a game right away. I don't have to be like, oh, wait. We're fighting Tyranid. Let me go change all my skill. I don't like that. So I never like these type of skill unless the skill tree force me. So that's my personal opinion. Like I said, I'm gonna go really quick on the bolt pistol. If you guys want to know, I chose the high accuracy one, the Thalamore Crusade. Okay, it's high accuracy. The other one is low accuracy, high magazine capacity, or higher damage. Okay, I'm gonna go over the skill tree real quick. Okay, Great Might. I'm going down the bottom tree all the way. Damage increased by 10% against Terminus level enemies. Retaliation, after a perfectly timed dodge, you deal 25% more damage. After a gun strike, recoil is reduced by 35% for 5 seconds. Damage increased by 10%. Magazine size increased by 15% of the maximum. When your health is below 30%, killing 10 enemies in rapid succession restore health by 5%. Cooldown is 30 seconds. Magazine size increased by 15% of the maximum. And damage increased by 10%. I went down the bottom tree because the top tree is to increase accuracy. Well, my weapon already have accuracy. It's a pistol. You don't need that much accuracy. I want more rounds. And more damage. That's my thought process. Okay. Chainsaw, like I said, until they change it, I'm always going to go with the fencing option. It's just so much better. If you're really good, you can focus on 20 things at once. Please be my guest. Go with the balance one. But personally, I'm getting jumped by 2 Tyranid Warrior, getting jumped by Homogons, and then the Zone Throat is shooting at me. I don't have time to like look at 5 different things. Okay. So a lot of the time when I see a blue circle, if I use balance, sometimes a little late. Okay. Sometimes a little late, so I prefer the fencing option. Where even if I'm late, I still block the shot. I still block the hit. That's what I want to do. Okay. That's why I like fencing. So if you guys are really good at it, and you guys are, you know, Giga Chat gamer, please go with the balanced version. You know, be my guest. I'm just not that great, so I use fencing to help me out. You know, to divert some, you know, attention to the other stuff. With the chainsaw skill tree, I go on the top row. I'm gonna go over them real quick. Armor strength. When you have full armor, melee damage increased by 10%. Crushing heals. Enemy hit by stomp deals 30% less damage for 4 seconds. Cooldown is 10 seconds. Perpetual strength. Melee damage increased by 5 seconds. Stomp area of effect radius increased by 50%. Melee damage against chaos enemies increased by 10%. While performing a light combo, you take 15% less range damage. After performing stomp, hold the attack button to perform an additional stomp. You will see me do that a lot when I'm surrounded by a lot of enemies, especially if I'm meleeing a Tyranid Warrior. I do this a lot so that all the Homogons behind me just back the heck off, you know. Next one is Majora Slayer. Melee damage against Majora's level enemies increased by 10%. And last one is each consecutive light attack increase light attack melee damage by 3% up to 30% for 3 seconds. It's pretty straightforward. I like the top row always. You want to just swing away, go ahead. You're doing more damage to Majora's level enemies. The stomp will help you clear out all the little mobs. So they're just a no-brainer for me. But anyways, guys, this is the tactical class. This is my build. I love this build. I'm working on the other weapons right now. They are really good too so far. I don't see any problem with it. So whatever primary weapon you guys choose, just pick that and select the correct perk that's related to that weapon. Because if you pick a heavy bolt rifle and you use the plasma incinerator perks, it's not going to work. So just pick the weapon you like and just pick the perk and bam, you're done. That's tactical class. Tactical class is just so fun, so versatile. You're good in melee. Guess what? Your primary weapon run out of bullets, just go chainsaw them and get some ammo back. That's it. That's all you have to do. With other classes, it's a little bit more difficult. You're good at killing everything. You can kill all the mobs. You can kill all the big guys. You can melee. You can just do everything. You have high survivability. I just don't see, like, I feel like in every mission there should always be a tactical class. Sometimes I wish the game allow duplicate class to be in the same game. So imagine you have 3 tactical just throwing bolts downrange, throwing a plasma downrange. You know, because you can have 3 tactical. You can have a melter rifle, a plasma, and a heavy bolt rifle, and bam, you're good to go. You don't need any of the other class. They're all good. Not that the other class are bad, I'm just saying, like, that would be fun to watch, you know. But anyways, guys, that's my video for tactical class. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, I'm sorry for being MIA for so long. I'm going to try to shoot out as much video as I could back onto the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.